Good morning everyone, it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. How are you? Let me just do my usual, throwing things around, my usual check. Ooh, we're live, we are live. Excellent. So, tomorrow I leave for Las Vegas. I'm beginning to get that slight flutter in my stomach. I hope it's excitement and not dread. The only reason I say not dread is because I'm not great at flying. I mean, I'm okay, but I get claustrophobia, so it's kind of exciting for me. Hello, Nora. But yes, just realised I need a big block. So, come on, there we go. So yes, so next week I will be recorded, or rather the video for a Tuesday morning will be recorded. I have already recorded everything for while I'm away. Hello Sherry, hello Deborah, hello Carol. So yes, everything has been recorded. I now just need to post. If needs be, I can post while I'm away. However, I'm hoping to not. Hello Brenton, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while. Thank you, Deborah. It's Kate, my friend Kate. Hello. I'm so sorry you're not going to be coming to Vegas with us, but I do know why. You know, exam results. Eek. Hope they go well. Hello, Leanne from Texas Hill Country. Ooh. So I'm quite excited about going to Vegas. It's not been somewhere that's been on my bucket list, but I think everyone should go to Vegas once in their life, so that's fine. Hello, Kay from Kansas. Right, I still have quite a lot to do. Hello, Shaz. So I'm going to flip the camera down and show you an almost empty desk. I have planned some of what I'm doing, but as usual, not a lot. I have basically planned roughly what I'm going to be doing for my first project. I haven't really done anything else. However, so I'm using the Perfectly Plaid background stamp. Thank you, Kate. So yes, using the Perfectly Plaid background stamp, I need a piece of scrap paper, or paper I don't worry about. Although saying that, I'm going to be throwing this piece of paper away anyway, so we'll use that. I have to say, I am looking forward to it. It was a blast last year in New Orleans. It's going to be different this year, if for no other reason than there will be more people. And last year was the first sort of thing we did after travel restrictions had been lifted. So it was quite a special year. But, you know. Right, so I'm going to go quite pale. Hello, Leslie. Hope your back isn't too bad. So I'm going to do a colour combination of Bubble Bath, Crumb Cake and Pool Party. I've seen lots and lots and lots and lots, well, no, not lots and lots and lots and lots, quite a few projects using the plaid and what I would call tartan colours, which makes sense, but it's the largest block we do. It's an F block, Leanne, but I will measure it in a moment when I haven't got ink on it. So, I mean, if we still had the Stamparatus, would I be using my F block? No, I would be using the Stamparatus. Right, I've got to try and get this kind of as near as over that as I can. Hello, Karen. And I should say hello, Leanne. But yes, I will measure this momentarily. It's the right size block for the background stamps is what it is, but I will measure it for you. Yay, that worked. So it is 6 by 5. So 6 by 5, not 7 by 5. So it's, yeah, slightly shorter. It is about the limit, slightly crooked, never mind. It is about the limit of what I can hold. I had your first physio session yesterday, soft tissue massage and a couple of exercises, which I'm to do 3 times a day. Yay! Next session on Friday. Hope you're not too uncomfortable today, because quite often after physio it can seem as if it's worse. So fingers crossed. I had my last chiropractor session for over a week, so it's Thursday next week I see her again, which will be interesting to see how my back copes with sitting on a plane for 10.5 hours each way. At least coming back I have upgraded myself to business class. It's an overnight flight, so frankly, if I can sleep, and I got it in the British Airways sale back in January, and it was so ridiculously cheap that it kind of made sense. So yeah, hopefully, and I've got World Traveller Plus, which I rudely call Worm Class Plus. Her thumbs were a bit brutal. Yeah, they can be. They can be. So I'm probably not going to use my Perfectly Plaid again. If I do, I'll pop it on the block again. I mean, I will use it again, don't get me wrong. I haven't bought it just to use it once. Seriously. Hello, Jan. No, school holidays are over, so back to work. School holidays are over in the States. Oh, okay. Not in the UK, they're not. Back end of next week, I think, but I don't have school children, or school-aged children. Right, so I'm going to trim this down a tad, which was always my intention. So let's trim there. Well, that actually works quite nicely. And I'll go there. So I'm trimming this down to 5.5 by 3 3/4. For anyone who is in metric, as in A4, that's the size I've cut it to. I'm an imperial girl, so you know. Right, I am going to, there it is, find my ruler, and I've got Stampin' Right markers in Crumb Cake and Pool Party. I'm leaving tomorrow, Shaz. Business class is wonderful, only few. Yeah, exactly, Deborah. I would not normally do business class for anything other than a long flight, but it does make a big difference. Right, okay, so I am going to add some additional lines. And I'll do them from each side, so that I can see my gaps a little. And I will be grabbing other ink pads along the way. Is my head in the way? No, it's not. And then I'm going to come in this way. Oh, I need to do one up the top, because that's that. So I'm just trying to sort out in my brain, because I hadn't actually decided where I was going to put the additional lines, other than I was going to. I do like the new tips on the Stampin' Right markers. It's quite nice to have that bullet. Don't get me wrong, I liked the others as well, but summer rates are ridiculously young. We got out of school 9th of June. Wow. They've already. Ooh, have I got a flying companion? There are other people on the same flight. I mean, obviously there are other people on the same flight. I'm not going in a private jet. What I mean by that is there are other people that I know on the same flight, but no, I don't have a travelling companion. I do have a travelling companion for on stage in Rotterdam, because Kate and I are travelling together. So this is Crumb Cake. So the joy with this stamp is that you can add whatever you want. So if you want to add some extra lines in, you can. You can use your blends if you want. That would work nicely. Obviously it would give you a slightly different look, and the colour will run a bit more because it's a wetter ink for the moment. I mean, you know, it dries quickly, but it comes out quite wet. Haha, nor can I, Kate. And Kate, we must get our brunch appointment sorted out for when I'm back. I got really concerned a little while ago because we have our brunch at the same place every time we meet up, and there was a fire in the town that we meet up, and it was a thatched building that had the fire, but happily, and we have our brunch in a thatched pub, happily it wasn't the thatched pub that went up in a puff of smoke, or rather a huge flame. Having said that, obviously nothing like there was in Maui or is currently in British Columbia. That must be awful. So I'm sticking my piece onto some bubble bath. I nearly said bubble gum, but it's alliteration, so it's bubble bath, like that. And that's then going to go 8th of August. Wow. Virginia State. Okay. Went back on the 24th. Hang on, in which Virginia State? I'm losing the edge of the comments. West Virginia. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, all our schools, no, I'll rephrase that. All our state schools, which are what you would call public schools, go back roughly at the same time. Not exactly, but roughly. Right, I need something to go with this because you can't, well, you could just have that, but I thought I would use the I'm So Happy For You. Oh, I might use Hip Hip Hooray, actually. No, I'm going to use Hip Hip Hooray, which are actually 2 stamps, which means I can use Crumb Cake and Pool Party. Whoa! So, Crumb Cake, Pool Party. I have to say, my sciatica has been playing up the last few days, but I think that's because I'm slightly tense about my trip. I mean, not in a bad way, don't get me wrong. I'm perfectly happy, but it has been a little bit interesting. Now, I am I going to do these 2 separately or together? I think that depends on how I manage to. Is that straight on the block? Yes, straight on the stamp is what I meant. So let's see if I can add the hooray so that it's in a sensible place in relation to the hip hip. Fortunately, the hooray is, I'm going deliberately to a side. The hooray is, hello Rose, is cursive, so doesn't have a real straight. So let's do that. Ooh, I wonder lonely as a cloud. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something that I can't find. Okay, not gonna waste time with it. It may be retired. So I'm just going to trim round this, and I'm going in quite close, but I'm not going to go whoopsie into the H of the hooray. That's ridiculous. So one thing I had forgotten, but fortunately one of the girls has already got to Vegas and reminded me, is that of course American hotels tend not to have any way of making a hot drink in the room. I mean, I understand that, you know, they want to make as much money out of visitors as they possibly can. So I would encourage you to go and buy a beverage in the hotel. However, when it's first thing in the morning and I'm desperate for a cup of coffee, frankly, the prospect of getting dressed to go and get my cup of coffee is not something that I particularly relish. So I have ordered, and it's due to arrive today, thank you Amazon, a travel kettle, because I didn't have one. So I've got a dual voltage, whatever, travel kettle arriving. So, right, so that's going to be there. I am going to use some of the Pool Party, what do we call it? I'm thinking grosgrain. Yes, Pool Party grosgrain ribbon, which is in the annual catalogue. So this is going to go across there. We might even have enough to do a little bow. Well, not bow, knotette. Right, okay, so let's, oh, they're both ends are flagged already, so that's okay. So I need to make sure that I'm in line with the stripes. Is there one downside of having stripes? So I need to be there. Okay, so Seal Plus, my adhesive of choice for ribbon. Is that still straight? Not quite. The general idea of adjusting a ribbon is to actually move it. That's better. But I've done my swaps. I finished my swaps yesterday. I was going to leave them until today, but gosh, they took longer than I thought. Plum ham? You mean jam, I think, Kate. Hotels usually have coffee pots and coffee or tea in the rooms, even the cheap hotels. Well, this isn't a cheap hotel, and the girl that's already arrived has said that there isn't. So I'm stunned. Because we were in New York for 2 weeks, we bought a cheap kettle and 2 mugs. Need my early morning cuppa. Absolutely, Leslie. Mine is coffee, but yeah. Just the right amount of ribbon. Most of the hotels that I stay have a mini coffee maker in them. Okay. Jam. Yes, jam. I made yellow plum jam recently. We have a yellow plum tree. It's like a Mirabelle plum in the village that's just on, you know, common ground. And I went and raided that a few weeks ago because they ripen really early. So yeah, so I have, I think, 5.5 pounds of yellow plum jam. I think I may have overboiled it a little. It's quite stiff. Oh, thank you, Shaz. Oh. But yeah, I used a mixture because they were yellow plums. I wasn't quite sure how much pectin they would have in them. So I erred on the side of caution and used half ordinary preserving jam and half that has pectin in. So I probably didn't need the extra pectin. Thank you, Shaz. Yes, thumbs up is always appreciated. Victoria's, yum, yum, yum. Our plums have not done well this year in our garden. I need that again. Our main plum tree got heavily aphidided, and it looks really ill. Thank you, Leslie, for doing the thumbs up. Thank you, Karen. Hello, Inika. Are you back from France or are you still in France? Now, someone was asking on the radio yesterday if anyone still sends postcards, and the answer is yes, because I got one from Inika. which was for, because Inika's on the team, and she sent me a postcard for all of the team, which was lovely. Right, so there we go. Need some bling, of course. So what have we got? What have we got that I can add? No. Oh, those possibly. Those might work. No. Oh, those will. Those will work. They're not my favourite embellishment, but they'll work. We'll use those. As I say, not my favourite embellishment. I don't know why. I just don't. Just not really. So, take your pick. 37 degrees where you were. Yeah, just about to go to Las Vegas. Fortunately, it is slightly cooler than the 45 degrees it has been, and I think it's been quite wet the last few days. But this is why I don't like these, because I can never decide whether to have them straight or crooked. So I thought I'd put them down crooked and see. No, I don't like them crooked. They've got to be straight. But I'm still doing my groups of 3. Come on. I would be doing my groups of 3 if this would like to pick up. But yeah, I think that's why I'm not into it. Is it still raining in Vegas? I don't care. I don't get there till tomorrow. So long as it's not raining tomorrow, I'm really happy. I think it's supposed to be raining a little bit on Thursday during the day, so before we start the conference, because the conference starts on Thursday evening. Well, we have an opening event, for want of a better word. No, I'm going to go all the way up here. But yeah, it'll be what it'll be. We're going to be indoors most of the time, so. But I would like to sit out in the sun with my factor 50 on. Don't worry. A little. Oh, okay. Don't stick then. Oh, I see why it didn't stick. Because the glue dot that's on it didn't come up. Excuse me one moment while I stick that back to its glue dot. It will be why it didn't stick. Yeah, you see, it's because they're not, I can't get them straight. Definitely take advantage of it. Oh yeah, the hotel has a pool, definitely. Right, so that's my first card. Obviously you can do stuff on the inside as well. I'm not going to, because I'm not. But yeah, so slightly different than most of the samples I have seen, in that it's soft colours. Right, okay, let's be good and clean my stamps before I then start on Level Complete. And Level Complete I am pairing with the Bright and Beautiful paper because it's sort of similar. Sorry, I've got a thing that's come up. Oh, that'll be my Amazon order arriving. Not yet, but it will be. I've got a scan thing running at the moment, which means I can't see your comments, but I will pick those up when it's stopped scanning. It's just doing a check on my computer. Right, okay, so I'm going to bring in Memento, because I will also be bringing in blends. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, so that's that. Blends. What colours are we going for? So because I'm pairing with this paper, I am going to limit myself to these colours. Oh, I might do Lost Lagoon. That might be quite pretty. Lost Lagoon. That one. Yeah. So I've seen quite a few samples using this paper with the level complete. This is the dark, which I'm going to start with the dark. I will be needing to bring in other colours as well for the controls, but I'm going to start by doing my Lost Lagoon. And I'm being really, you know, this is difficult. Let's colour the shading with the darker of the two shades. Oh good, the floaters have come back. Just when you don't want them to come back, they come back. Right, okay. Thank you, Deborah. Can I move that? No, I can't. I've still got this scan thing running, but I'm glad you liked the card. 14's a 6-year-old and 4 adults in a 4-bedroom bungalow. Lovely, Inika. Sounds like my ideal holiday. Not. Don't get me wrong, I love children. Just giving them back is always good. And as I often say, I love children, could need a whole one though. That is my view of children. Right, I'm going to go round the things that I don't want Lost Lagoon. So I've got a margin. There we go. We seem to have lots of yappy dogs going this morning. Actually, I think that probably needs to be a different colour as well. Or maybe just dark Lost Lagoon. So I am always seem to have lots and lots of cards that I don't send, because obviously I make cards a lot for display purposes, and I've started to, well, for many years I've given them away to, in inverted commas, worthy charities or worthy causes to sell for fundraising. And it suddenly dawned on me that some of the organisations that I'm giving them to are aimed at younger people, but I don't make cards for younger people, so I have actually got a few stamp sets that for me are a bit of a surprise, like this one. Oh, we're on 97% on the scan, so fingers crossed we'll be there soon. I want those. Good. Pulled out the right ones first time. These are grey granite. Oh, it's gone good. Except it's now put. Good, they've found something that's not updated. I don't care at the moment. Can I please? Thank you. Sorry, it suddenly had a big message in the middle of my screen. Yes, they're exactly, Deborah. Oh, large air-conditioned caravan. Sounds perfect. Right, so dark grey granite for the dippy bits. And anything where I want a differentiation. do all of that in dark grey granite, and then light grey granite for everything else. And I know grey granite is not one of the colours in the paper, but it's a neutral, so I'm good with that. Right, okay, it's fussy cutting time. Oh, you're welcome, Inika. It was lovely to see a postcard. I mean, to be fair to the chap on the radio who said no one sends postcards anymore, it was the first postcard I think I've seen in, well, probably since we moved here 8 years ago. I don't think I've had a postcard in 8 years. But yeah, it was lovely. And I've got 10 people so far coming to our team retreat. I mean, theoretically the deadline has closed, but if anyone forgot about the team retreat and still wants to join, obviously you need to be in my team. I'm not placing the order until the catalogue goes live, so there's a little bit of wiggle room if anyone feels they still want to come. So yes, right, okay, let's see what we've got. But yes, I don't think I've ever had as many as 10 of the team join, even when the team was bigger than it is now, which is great. We do our team meetings virtually because we are spread across Europe. I mean, we are spread across the UK as well, but we do them on a Zoom call, and we just basically have a Zoom room open all day and hang out. And there are I post videos of the projects along the way. So lemon lime twist, Lost Lagoon. We've got to have Lost Lagoon in there somewhere to tie it all in. So let's have a Lost Lagoon mat. Is that big enough? Yep. So we'll have a Lost Lagoon mat, and I'm going to go lemon lime twist for my card base. Ooh, that was a piece that I thought was going to be longer than it is. Lemon lime twist. Gotta love lemon lime twist. I kind of want something else as well. I might go just basic white actually. In fact, I was stamping this and it wasn't quite what I wanted, so I think I'll use that rather than wasting it. So yes, but we're going to go this way. I've got to cut this down, but we're going to go this way with this, and we've got Lost Lagoon ribbon that we can use. So yeah, today I am ordering. No, I already did it. God, it's sad, isn't it, when you forget you've done stuff. Yesterday I placed the order for our August class. I'm hoping that it will be with me by the time I get back. So, I don't know why I've put my trimmer away, because I still need it. Okay, so we're going for 3 layers. So this is going to be, am I going to have that, then that, then that? So let me just try this out. So am I going to have that? Yes. So I need to trim this down to 5.5 by 3 3/4. And this needs to be trimmed down to 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. So we're going to go yay, 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 yay is what we're going to do. And we're going to have a sentiment. Obviously we're going to have a sentiment because we've got lots to choose from. I think I'm going to go happy birthday. Happy birthday. Which we're also going to do in Lost Lagoon, because that should help tie everything together. So what little scrappy scraps have I got? That'll do. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Sometimes it can't be helped. Perfect. Good enough for jazz anyway. And I am going to do a liner. And I'm going to use this funny little thing. And I'm just going to add. Oh, worked. They're almost straight. It's amazing. Right. So let's pop all of this together. That's scraps. Oh, except I could use that behind that, couldn't I? Yep, made for the job. Right, okay. We need seal right in front of me for the liner. May I ask how much the replacement blades for the platform? You mean for the trimmer? Let's put this in the right way up. You can ask. I will go and have a look. Let me bear with me one moment, caller. Bum bum bum. Bum bum ba da da bum. Let's have a look. The replacement blades, you get 4 of each, are $11.25, if that answers your question. That's in the UK. So I don't know, if you're not in the UK, I can't answer the question particularly. But yeah. Right, I'm going to use glue for all of my layers. I must remember to put ribbon on. But I have to say that the trimmer blades for this trimmer, which is the second trimmer that Stampin' Up have had since I've been a demonstrator, are phenomenal. I mean, I go through, obviously I do a lot of cutting, and I replace them about once every 3 months, maybe. If you use them on things like the more dazzle paper, so something that's quite hard, that's got quite coarse glitter on it, that will blunt your blades quicker. But as a general rule, they really last well. So again, I need these to be lined up to the pattern. Or this, really. Ooh. So Leanne, if you're in the UK, if you go to my website, which is oldstablescraft.co.uk, you'll see there's a link to my online store, and you can order anything you want / need from there. And if you use the host code, I can't remember what I've put the amount on for the host code for this month, but I always send a product gift if people hit the required amount, and this month the gift is from the online exclusives, this ribbon ready for Christmas, and it's a very forgiving colour. It says it's real red, but it actually goes quite well with Poppy Parade as well. Oh, absolutely, yes. You want to do either left and right, depending on if you do them that way, or up and down. They are absolutely awesome. So I've sealed my ribbon with more Seal Plus, because then it's trapped. So we'll have that there, and we'll have the happy birthday coming in there from the edge. So I just need to snip this straight. Oh, Carol, they're amazing. I mean, yeah. I mean, I have been through a few, and I always keep them in stock, because you can always guarantee that when you want a really, really clean cut, you've just cut loads of glitter card and you've blunted them like nobody's business. But yeah, not ideal to do what I've just been doing, moving this around. We can even now get replacement embossing blades, which are only available online, but we can get them. Those come in a pack of 2, because obviously really the only reason you're going to need to replace those is because you've lost them. I can't remember how much those are, but not very much. Right, so that's on the card, that's on the card, that's going to be coming off the card, so it needs to come in from the end a bit. So this is going to go, actually I might go a little bit further off, and I'll trim that down. This needs dimensionals. What an interesting colour back. You wouldn't have thought that was Lost Lagoon, would you? Muddy Puddle maybe, but not Lost Lagoon. Oh, and please, please, please do remember, anyone who ordered from anyone, anywhere in July, please remember to use your bonus days vouchers. And you can use them with any type of order. So if you're a demonstrator, you can use them on a demonstrator order. You can use them with a demonstrator who you didn't place the original order with, through, whatever the English is. So yeah. Who doesn't want money off an order? No. No. Ooh, I know what I'm looking for. Is it that one or is it the other one? No, it's the other one. Ooh, in fact, this isn't what I was looking for, but those are actually Parakeet Party, but, you know, who knows? For some reason, I can't find the online exclusives. Any demos here? Who knows? Right. You want to go into the customer area. So you know when the new login, you have the demonstrator area, but you can also log into the customer facing area, which is what you want to do. You do that, for me, on a computer, you do that on the right hand side, and it's one of the one of the menu things that you can do on the left. That was really not terribly well explained, but yeah, you have to be in the customer view, Inika. So I'm sorry, I'm still in my three threes phase. I don't know why I'm apologising, because I'm not sorry really. I love my take your pick tool. And we'll also come in. Can I get them in up there? Oh, I've got to trim that bit off. Let's trim that bit off before I forget. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, I do, Shaz. Customer area. And there is a link straight to the online exclusives. Ooh, that's better. Right, there we go. So that's that one. Where are we? 10 minutes. Ooh, what can I do in 10 minutes? Right. Okay, well, we're going to use Lemon Lime Twist because I've got a Lemon Lime Twist card base. We are going to use Basic White because I've got Basic White. We're going to use that and that. Really must clean my blocks. And, ooh, actually, that. And congratulations, which we've already got. No, that's happy birthday. Congratulations, which we don't already have. And we're going to make something that hopefully won't look in the slightest. That's too small. Let's switch that. Let's switch that for that. Pop that there for later. Right, okay. That's going to be stamped onto a scrap and needs a small block. Running out of blocks. So this is my, you don't have to be into gaming. Oh, thank you, Inika. Right, so, oh, actually, I'm going to grab one that's scrappity scrap. Just want a little scrappity scrap, that'll be big enough. Slight change of plan. That's the one. Come on, up you come. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to clean some of these, but not, don't need that after all. Is that going to be big enough? Just big enough. On the basis that there are exam results in the UK this week, I was thinking that we could do a congratulations card. Sorry about the noise. Right. Okay. So as Inika and Shaz have both very kindly reminded everyone, thumbs up are always appreciated, and if you don't subscribe, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button, which should be in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you're watching this live, then there should be a red button somewhere, but often isn't, that says it's live. But I will be changing the title of the stream to replay immediately after we finish. So if you're on replay, you should know that you're on replay. And if you are watching on replay, you can still comment. You do that below the description bar, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please bear in mind I am going to be in Las Vegas, baby, as of tomorrow. So if I'm a little tardy coming back, come on, oh, for crying out loud. I've got this lovely strip of black that has now become detached from its stickiness, or from its protective bit. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm scrabbling for a different set of snips, is because I like to keep these ones clear of glue as much as possible. Right, so let's just roll that into a little ball, preferably without taking my thumbnail with it. Okay, so with this, need to clean. There's my cleaner, there's my scrub. So what have I got? Let's grab some more. I want Azure Afternoon and the lemon lime twist, and need another bright colour. Oh, none of those are bright. Okay, I'll use Lost Lagoon. I've got it out anyway. So let's pop that to one side. Don't need that. Let's grab my Lost Lagoon, and I'm just going to go random with this. Sometimes the number of thumbs up is delayed, Inika, but yes, thank you for mentioning that. So all I'm doing here is popping stuff. Thank you, Nora. I use 3 pairs of snips, one for paper, one for glue, one for ribbon. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Rose. Yeah, I mean, back in the days when I was at fashion college, we were told very firmly that we should not, underlined 5 times, use, I want to stamp that off, right, stamped it off, use fabric scissors for, didn't want to ink that up again, for paper, and vice versa. And I've said this before, not letting anybody else use them, because they do wear into your how you use them. I want another one going off. There we go. And as your afternoon, thank you for the thumbs ups. They're not orderable. Are they not orderable at the moment? Wow. Gosh. Gosh, gosh, gosh. Should really have done this before I did the other sentiments. just seeing where else I can put. Possibly there. I think that will do. Right, so this is a really quick card. I mean, you know, silly quick. This is going to be a kind of maybe 10-minute card. It'd be quicker if I didn't lose my bone folder every time I need it. Right, this time I'm going to use Seal, because for those of you who watch me regularly, you will know that I do not like liquid glue on the back of basic white card, because for me it shows through even when it's dry. Right, so and I know what I want, but I can't see it instantly, which is annoying. This is what I want. And I am going to treat these words as embellish, you know, pattern, not words specifically. So it's a slightly strange combination because we've got gold with some really bright colours, but I wanted that, oh god, there's a wasp in here. I wanted that contrast. Wow, Nora, that must have taken a while. Your 7-month-old pup is driving you nuts, I bet. So yes, there we go. So 1, 2, 3 cards. I'm just keeping half an eye on where the wasp might be. He's just out of sorts because my husband has been in hospital for a month and he's, oh bless. Anywho, right, so there we go. I've got a few stamps I need to clean, but all good. Let me flip the camera back up to my face. Thank you, Shaz. It's great for young ones. So thank you very much for joining me today. As I say, there'll be a recording next week to go live at the normal time. I just got to post it and write the blog post to go with it. So that's my job for today, is writing blog posts and editing photos. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, bless you, Karen. So they're all very different, really. But this is, you know, this. Let me show you which one I mean. This one is a bit kind of random out there. But yeah, all a bit different. So thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic week. I will see you in 2 weeks' time. I will take lots of pics. I will be sharing lots and lots of stuff on Instagram. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, you might want to. And I will see you very soon. Well, in 2 weeks. Bye for now.